Hello everybody and welcome to the Mark Goldbridge That's Football. Bloody hell, I started higher than Zebedee there. I was like I thought I was on bloody Alvin and the Chipmunks. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Sorry for a bit of a delay, but I thought, you know what? It's bank holiday weekend. Let's just do another Goldbridge Reacts to TikToks because people seem to quite like them. And I'm a massive big head, so I like to watch my clips back and just think about how great I am. I'm joking slightly, but actually there is some truth in that. And again, this is quite tight on my neck. Please smash a like on the video. Let's see if we can hit 5,000 likes. And do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Got some good content coming up over the next few months as well. Trying to keep it weekly, and also got a great recipe for cooking with Goldbridge. So that's going to be back soon as well. But without further ado, let's get these headphones on. I don't want to rock, DJ. This doesn't even mean anything. My microphone's over there. That actually is just a gimmick. You know, it really is. Just makes me feel like I'm a pilot. We're flying to Florida, but there's some bad news, kids. It's not a plane with just kids on it. Like, the parents are on there. I'm speaking to everybody. I'll speak to her. Hello, this is your pilot, Goldbridge. We're flying into Orlando. Are you very excited about going to Disney World, everybody? Yes, we are. Even the parents are excited. Got some bad news. The COVID rate is increasing massively. There's worry over the new strain. The only rides that will be open are the log flume, but there's no water because that could carry infection. So basically, Mickey Mouse is there, but you can't touch him. If you've got a 2-week holiday, it's going to get very boring. I'm not turning round. Anyway, I'm just talking to myself like a prat. Right, let's go. First one up. Let's see what this one's all about. When I was younger, and I wrote loads of songs, like, I should remember some of the lyrics for you. They were shit. They were proper crap, but I thought they were cutting edge. I remember I had a song called Cup of Tea and Biscuits. And all I remember is the chorus used to go, cup of tea and biscuits, can't you see I've missed it? You know, this was how basic it was. Although actually now I've started singing, there is a song I think I wrote which I actually quite like, and it was standing on the rooftops with a system that is useless in my mind. Cold and lonely, help me, won't you come and beam your sentry to my life? Shattered is the way that I will fall home. It's still crap, but it's not crap. It's not crap. That song is Coldplay, Chris Martin, away from being a bloody classic. And it means a lot as well. Let's see what I'm talking about next. Me and the wife took Seb out for a little walk round the streets just to give him a bit of exercise. He's not a dog, he's a little boy, but he needed a bit of exercise. And we were walking on this road, and there's this guy out on his garage putting his lights up, and he was like, evening, and I went, evening, and I thought to myself, you know what, why are you putting your lights up, mate? And he was like, well, you know, because it's been one of those years, hasn't it? And I went, well, yeah, but it's Christmas still very, very early. Christmas lights. You know, you're pretty much 6-7 weeks out from Christmas. It's a little bit early. I know, but I've got kids myself, and it's about making the most of it. And I said, well, all right, then here's a question for you, John. When will you take those Christmas lights down? Well, you know, by Boxing Day, you've had enough, haven't you, really? So clean out, get it, keep them up for Boxing Day, take them all down, and by the 27th, have a good deep clean. Arsehole. Absolute arsehole, John. This is it. This me and the wife. Well, yeah, you know, I agree with myself there, because people who put their Christmas tree lights up early and then take them down on the Boxing Day are basically shits. They really are shits. Let's have a look at this one. I like these ones.
I had an operation on my arm. Was that arm? And that is an arm. Well, good pointing. And yeah, I think that just makes me think. No, good pointing. Nice smell. I was walking through the shops a couple of weeks ago, and this guy walked past, and he just had a lovely smell. And I really had to stop myself from going, nice smell. I thought he might punch me, he might think I'm gay. I don't mind being thought of gay, but I don't want to get punched. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm not.
Good.
As I've said many times, I'm not. And I'm not protesting too much. I'm just not. I know lots of people that are. Well done to them. And it's all over right now, thankfully. I grew up in a world where, you know, if you had fancy handwriting at school, you get called gay. That was in the early 90s. Or if you're rubbish at football, you get called gay. Wrong, absolutely wrong. If that happened now, you'd be vilified, and rightly so. you'd be vilified. So I had an operation on the
Vilified
arm.
doesn't mean you be a Villa fan. This is great. I love watching this because I don't remember a lot of this stuff, and I love cooking with Goldbridge. It's brilliant. It needs to come back. It needs to come back. Oh, what's this? A bit of FIFA. You know what? Imagine if I'm a bit like Ollie. Ollie out, Goldbridge out. You know what I'm saying? Blame it on the bloody Glazers. Blame it on the Glazers. They sent me into the season ill-prepared. I don't know why I'm speaking Australian, but they said I'm speaking Australian because it's stressful, mate. I'm bloody stressful. Get me some Fosters and a pint of beer on a barbie. You know what? Imagine if you don't sound Australian.
Ollie
It sounds
out,
bloody
out,
like you're from Norwich or something like that. You prat. Let's have a look. What else? This is good. I'm enjoying this.
And it came back to me that when I used to say, can I have a triple decker, but I want tomatoes in it instead of this instead of that. And she always used, it was always the same woman who did it, and she started tutting, and she said, well, it's not really a triple decker. And I'd say, who's eating it, me or you? Just do your job. Put the tomatoes in, and I'm watching you. I know what people who do food do when they get upset. Bit of spit in it. I've got my eyes on you. Put the tomatoes in, take the cheese out, crack on. And it came back to me.
That is so true. Never complain about your food. Well, do it at your peril. Do it at your peril. I mean, if they come out with cold chips and a cold burger, and there's ants walking on it, I wouldn't grin and bear it, and you definitely wouldn't grin. But you know what? If you send that back, you don't know what goes on behind the door in a kitchen. I do. I've done big events. I've done quite a few big events in my life as a waiter in my teens. I did an evening with Jimmy Tarbuck, exactly, and also I did an evening with. I did some football ones at a golf club that I used to work at. I did an evening with Notts County great Tommy Johnson. Behind the closed doors, the chefs don't care because they don't have to go and deliver the food, so they'll just be there. They'll complain if you want. That's all I would say. Let's have a look at what else we've got. What's going on here? I think he's definitely got anger issues, that guy. I don't know. I couldn't think of a situation where you'd get that angry. Your dog's died. Fuck off! Fuck off! It's the Leeds fan. Fuck off! Your car's failed your MOT. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm pregnant. Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm on a roll. Fuck off! We've run out of milk. Fuck off! Fuck off! I think he's. That's rubbish. Anyway, that's not how you do it. That's the Leeds fans like this. You're having a fucking laugh. Fuck off! Fuck off! Get on! Fuck off! That's much better. I wasn't going for it properly on that one. Do it better than that, man. Do it better than that. Oh, this could be good. It's got a lot of views on this one. I'm going to click it. Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. It's Christmas. Well, it is sort of Christmas. I've got a Christmas jumper on. We're not fully decked out yet because it's still the start of December. But Mary's boy child. Good singing. Good singing. Cooked about 2 hours ago and then left to go cold. Oh, I tell you what, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've not had one of these in years. It's a triple decker. It's a triple decker. I can't believe it. Cooked about 2 hours ago and then left to go cold. Oh, I tell you what, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've not had one of these. No wonder defenders couldn't deal with me with moves like that. I just literally could just go like that and I'm away. Moves like that. I got the moves like Jagger. They didn't call me Michael Jackson for nothing when I was a kid. It was nothing like that going on. I mean, I just had good moves. Right, so let's have a look at what else we've got. Done that one. I like this. This account's good. It's got a lot of gold cooking with Goldbridge. You see, if I did TikToks or Goldbridge clips, I'm absolutely stunned nobody's gone and done at home with Goldbridge clips because there's about 50 every episode that you could do. Racism's not allowed, homophobia's not allowed, sexism's not allowed. It won't be long till they don't let you take the piss out of people with ginger hair. That's coming. So, You sound disappointed. What's wrong with you, man? Rightly so. But ageism, oh yeah, that's fine. I get it all the time. Look at him in his late 30s. He's 55, he's playing FIFA. Are you 55? No, you're an 18-year-old who's never done anything, you've never lived your 20s and your 30s. What I say is stay young, stay invincible. That's what I say.
You know, racism's not allowed, homophobia's not allowed, sexism's not allowed. It won't be long till they don't let you take the piss out of people with ginger hair. That's coming. So, you know, watch out for that one, and rightly so. But ageism, oh yeah, that's...
I'll tell you what, I was getting a little bit worried there. I was like, it was listing all these things, and I thought I was going to say, why is it not allowed? I mean, of course it's not allowed, and it's right it's not allowed, and he clarifies that there, and he is me, which is great. But I wondered where I was going with that one for a moment, and thank God I was going the right way, the good way. Okay, let's have a look what's going on here. FIFA ones are good, but they almost should have their own reaction show. I like to do things a little bit different. Although, let's have a watch of this one. Yes! Come on! Come on! It's poetry! It's romantic! It's his last kick of his career! It's Cristiano Ronaldo who wins the Champions League for Manchester United! Come on! Oh, I tell you what, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take the pressure. I'll take the stress. Cristiano Ronaldo won from a penalty. Yes! Yes! I tell you what, you know, I don't normally give myself a lot of credit, but I clicked on that and I'm like, I'm watching someone play FIFA, and I actually started to get goosebumps about that. I had no idea what career mode that was. I had no idea what the context was, but God, that was good commentary. I actually felt that. I really did. I'm going to watch it again. Yes! Come on! Come on! It's poetry! It's romantic! It's his last kick of his career! It's Cristiano Ronaldo who wins the Champions League for Manchester United! Come on! Oh, that's really good. I remember that career mode now. I brought Ronaldo in for 1 year and he retired at the end of it, and we won the Champions League on a penalty shootout with that. I tell you what, that's bloody good, that. Give myself a clap. Not going to clap myself, that's arrogant. Lots of FIFA stuff here. Let's try and find something a little bit non-FIFA. I will do some FIFA stuff, but here we go. That's why people over Christmas were going, well, I'm not ruining my Christmas. I'm still going to see all my family and friends over the Christmas period. Why shouldn't Topical.
I? Oh, you're now seriously ill and some of your family members are dying. Well, at least you had a good Christmas. Did you enjoy your turkey, you selfish shit? That's why people over Christmas were going, well, I'm not ruining my Christmas. I'm still going to see all my family and friends over the Christmas period. Why shouldn't I? Oh, you're now seriously ill and some of your family members are dying. Well, at least you had a good Christmas. Did you enjoy your turkey, you selfish shit? That's why political bridge, but to be honest with you, I wasn't far wrong. I was obviously in a bad mood that day, but basically a lot of people over Christmas just went and saw their friends and family, even though it was one of the most infectious times for COVID. And then in January, loads of people got ill and died. This is what I mean. People just think they should do what they want to do. There's a lot of Christmas-themed stuff here. So John got it. He got both barrels last night. Not in a gun sense. I mean both barrels from my mouth. I don't shoot from my mouth. I shoot facts from my mouth. I shoot anger and frustration from my mouth. But I'm totally against gun violence, as I'm sure everybody else is. I don't even play Call of Duty anymore. I've stopped. I'm against it. I'm like, you know, I know it's a computer game, but it's still guns. So John, sometimes I think I'm pissed. Like, what are you talking about? Bloody guns and Call of Duty for? You prat. Get me near a cooker and I start talking shit. Some people say I talk shit all the time. But I think I was definitely drinking there. This is the decision, John. You've got to make a decision. Stop hiding like an ostrich in the sand. Stop hiding like Kevin under the bed when the burglars come on Home Alone. And man up. Man up. And woman. And tell your wife to woman up as well. Let's not be sexist about this. The sausages are going well. This is the decision, John. Oh, I love cooking with Goldbridge. It's great. It really is. Ooh, what's this? You don't own it. The sky owns it. Or God. Does God control weather? Seems like he's got a lot on, really. But, I don't know. No. Sebby? Anyway, I'm getting a bit cold. Let's move on to the next bit. You don't own it. The sky owns it. That was a bit poor, apart from seeing Seb, which is always good to see. But it's not my Lego. It's the daughter's Lego that she's built up. She got a little Dursley's house for Christmas. Going for Goldbridge. There's loads of bits of Lego, but she's done a good job there. Not allowed to play with it. Not having it. You know, I'm not spending money on Lego for people to play with it. It becomes an ornament. Often she cries and looks at it. She's not even allowed in this room actually. But I do take pictures and let her have a look at it. I know. I remember that one. Yeah, let's move on.
She doesn't play with that Lego. It's still in the same place. She doesn't play with it much at all. Oh, I remember this one. I like this one.
The sea is deceptive. You know, the tide can come in and out. You could be sat there having a nice family picnic on the beach, fall asleep, and you wake up underwater because the tide's come in. But a river is picturesque. You know what you're getting with a river. The sea is deceptive.
It's a shame it didn't cut to the bit I like.
The motorway's in the background, which sort of ruins it a little bit. I'm going to ask them to turn it down in a minute. But the point I wanted to make is, look, we're making progress in this COVID world, and I hope you all are as well. You might have just seen a tear go down my head. I'm not crying. It's just that I've got this watery eye thing at the moment because I've got dry eyes. Because we're all inside too much. So if you've got the heating on and everything like that, and you're looking at computer screens a lot, you can get something called a dry eye, which is then becomes a watery eye. But I'm rambling a little bit. I'm literally on a ramble, you could say. A wet ramble. It's wet. The motorway's in the back.
It's funny, actually, because that background there we saw a couple of minutes ago with snow on it. It's not actually funny, it's just called weather, but I just like the contrast of... There's nothing ingenious about it. It's like, oh my God, it's muddy. Snow, you could have it on a snow day. It's basically called the calendar of seasons. It can rain, it can snow, it can be sunny, it can be windy, but... yeah, just a little bit of interest there if you're interested.
I think I've surprised people in life. That's something that I've done. I often think about this in the shower. Don't want any surprises in the shower, really. I had a big surprise in the shower today. Not what you're thinking. You'll take it down, market. I had a big surprise in the shower today. I was having a shower and I just saw this blood dropping, and I thought, no, that's not me. I'm a man, and I think
I've surprised period.
People in life.
I like driving with Goldbridge as well. I do like those because they're just not football related, if you know what I mean. Talking of football related, people saying bottom corner. I've tried bottom corner, top corner, down the middle, missionary, on top, doggy style. I've tried it all. None of them are working. That should have been a goal. I'm talking about penalties there, by the way. If you don't know, just making fun out of penalties.
You could have David Attenborough doing that, or you could have Goldbridge going, the blue whale is looking for something to eat. Ideally, he would love fish and chips. He's a cannibal, but he's not going to get it, so he's headed into these shores to beat up a great white shark who stole his dinner money last week when he was a small little calf. Back of the net. You could have David Attenborough.
I don't know.
They can't be that bloody intelligent, can they?
Polar bears.
I eat Big Mac and chips. They eat penguins. Where's the variety in their old diet? And, on second point, if they're so bloody intelligent, why do they live in the North Pole? Global warming is melting your habitat and reducing your food chain. If you're so bloody intelligent, why don't you swim to England, get a nice semi, get yourself down Tesco and get a better diet? So, in the mud, polar bears, you're not that bloody clever, are you? So there you go. Plus, if a polar bear came towards me, do you really think I'm going to fight it man to polar bear? I'm going to get a gun. And people say that's cruel. Tell you what, if I just stand there and say let's have a fair fight, a polar bear is going to batter me. But if I've got a gun, it's going to think twice. We won't think 3 times. Bang! I'm not messing up. It can't be that.
Polar bears again. I mean, great white sharks are always my my big problem, but polar bears, yeah. I mean, if a polar bear saw me, I've got to say, you know, there's a few people that would like to smack me in the mouth, but I think a polar bear would love to do it. Can a polar bear punch? This seem like they'd push you in the face, not a punch. They've got very big paws, haven't they? Probably just give you a claw, which would be horrible. It'd be terrible. What a waste to damage this face. Probably take it clean off. Be nothing left. If I was going to get clawed by a polar bear, I'd probably like to get clawed on the arse, which is probably most likely because I'd be running away. But I've always felt I've got a bit of a big arse, so if I was going to lose any part of my body, then a bit of my arse probably would be, you know, you could repair it as well. You know, they could just, it's a bit like modelling clay, isn't it? If you lose a bit of your arse, you could take a bit off the other bit and just, you know, mould it a little bit, which is interesting really, because people like Kim Kardashian and that, they would actually like to take my bit of arse from the polar bear and stick it on their own because they like it big, but I'd probably like to downsize a little bit. Anyway, let's move along. Oh, bit of driving.
Sometimes people start hanging around the car, like they get really into it. I'll wind the window down, and they as they're walking out, they'll hear me doing it, and they'll start looking in through the windows. It's like a knowledgeable version of dogging. They're keeping an eye on what's going on. Sometimes people start hanging around the car.
Yeah, that's because I'm playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the car. Like, there is no, I'm not drug dealing. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the car. Yeah.
They get really into it. I'll wind the window down, and there's a couple of people in masks on their phone looking over at me. They better not know who I am. So we're not going to play fastest finger first. Played that last night. No, I'm joking. And there's a couple of
Crude Bridge. Oh, what could these be? Philosophical.
I had a dream about a polar bear last night, and I know people are going to laugh about it because they've seen me talking about polar bears, offering polar bears out, but it's my creative mind when I'm asleep is now getting me into shit with polar bears. Like, it was a talking polar bear that got out of a car, and he was quite amicable at first. I actually think the polar bear was a combination of polar bears and John, because basically the polar bear got out of the car, and you can tell this is how my mind works. I wish it didn't work like this at times, but the polar bear gets out of the car, comes up to me and says, I've heard you've got a problem with you. Gets out of the car. And the funny thing is, the car's a mini metro, which not many people will know, but it's small.
I remember this.
Gets out of the car. He's got a passenger. Passenger seems quite nice. In fact, he's got his arm out the window. He says, "Are you all right?" I had a dream about a polar bear last night.
Not really, mate. I'm talking to a talking polar bear. Yeah, I remember that dream. I can't remember what happened. Have I got the next bit? Woody with wood gets on the end of the Xhaka shot, and everything else. Post, more wood. Sebios hitting wood. I've got more wood than a carpenter, and they didn't beat us. Get in the bin, Arteta and Arsenal. You've come up north, and we've beat you. Woody the Woodpecker, Woody the Post, 1-1. I'm off for a chip sandwich, butty. That's what we say up here. Thank you and good night. See you next week on Sky. It's on BT. See you next week on BT. Thanks for watching. Roll the VT on BT. Up yours. Woody with wood. What's this one? I can only imagine the carnage of Karen Carnage, going down the local park on her roller skates. She goes on a slight incline, loses control. Family have tripped over trying to stop Karen as she's rolling down the hill, smacks herself into a tree, breaks her leg, ends up at NHS. And poor old nurses, who can also be men, are like, have you got COVID? No. What have you done? Well, I was roller skating and I lost control and I hit a tree. Have you roller skated before? No, I just thought it'd be something I would take out on lockdown, something to do. Get her out. I'm not seeing to her. You can heal yourself, you bloody idiot. We're stretched to the limit. You pushed me over the limit. You've pushed me over the limit. We're stretched to the limit, and you've gone and done something that was preventable. Why didn't you stay at home and watch bloody Bridgerton or The Crown or something like that? You had to take up roller skating, didn't you, Karen? You bloody prat. I can only imagine how I end up in that conversation, really, but a good conversation at the end of the day.
What I'm basically saying is, this woman's walking on the road there, and there's a car coming that she hasn't seen, and it very nearly hit her, but her husband pulled her out of the way. I don't think it was going to hit her. I don't want to pretend that I've just seen a near miss. Not one of them liars who pretends that, oh, you know what, I could have been dead. I was doing my hair, I was hair drying my wet hair, and a strand went in, and I could have been electrocuted. You couldn't. They test these things a lot. What I'm basically saying is, this woman's walking.
I love it when I watch stuff that I can't remember. Love it, absolutely love it. Brilliant. I think it's a dangerous thing when people are being interviewed in that and they just decide, oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I don't have to listen to this. Well, we've had to listen to you for a year, Piers. I think it's bad. I mean, imagine that when you're in your exams and you open up your maths paper and there's a question like on trigonometry. I've got no idea. Oh, I'm not doing this. Put the paper down and walk out. You know, where's the accountability? I think people are always looking for a way out, aren't they? Which is fine if you're in prison. Well, it's not fine. It's illegal to break out of prison. Or if you're in a maze. I understand why you might want to find your way out. But I think it's a dangerous thing when people are being in. So we stayed in for a year for all of them lot.
I like that shirt.
They get the vaccine first. We don't go on holiday this year. They do. It's ageism. Somebody's got to say it. It's ageism. The old people, look, I'm more than happy to look after them. I know a lot of old people. Some of them are family members. But when they're sending me Instagram pics in the summer because they're in the south of France or they're on a bloody cruise in the Caribbean, whilst I'm sat walking down the local park. I mean, I've walked around that local park so many times. I know the ducks. I know who's pregnant. I know what the kids are called. You know, me and the ducks, they may as well move in. I've met them so much over the last year, but so we stayed in for a year. I can only imagine the. I think it's a day.
I'm putting my glasses on so I can read the live comments. They were starting to go blurry. Mark, are you scared of Arsenal? No. That's like saying, are you scared of bloody rabbits? Or are you scared of marshmallows? You know, you've got to have a weird phobia for that to happen. Here we go. Let's get somebody else out for a chat. It's like an episode of fucking EastEnders, this. Get on with it. I'm putting my... Oh, not Pogba. Not Pogba. He's going to do the dance as well. Oh, God, not Pogba. It is.
That's because I've sold him to Barcelona. Of all the people to
come through, and that's the away goals gone as well.
Oh, dear. That's disappointing. That is disappointing.
What I'm basically saying is, this woman's walking on the road there. Can I come in? And he was like, I don't know whether you should come in. I was like, why? I'm not a murderer. I'm 9. He'd be like, no, I'm on my own. I'm like, that's even better. You've always got chocolate digestives at your house. So he said, come in then, but you're not allowed to tell anyone. I mean, we're going to tell you on your own. And he said, I said, where's your parents? He said, they've gone to Benidorm for 2 weeks. I mean, I'm joking a little bit, but kids did used to get left on their own quite a lot. Can I come in? And he was like, I don't know.
These are great.
But yeah, if you're in a pond with a crocodile with your kid and your other half is there, could be a woman, could be a man, because everything's good now, and thank God, at last, you can be 2 men and have a child. You can't actually do it scientifically, it's impossible, I think. Well, it is, because they don't create eggs. Talking about them like the chickens. But yeah, if you're in a pond with a crocodile...
Just mad. How does the brain work? How does it work? I'm not...
This is me, I'm talking video about. And probably think about it amongst yourself, which I like planting seeds. That doesn't mean I've got loads of illegitimate kids. But I like planting seeds into people's brains. And again, that's not something sexual. I mean, like, I'm talking about putting ideas into people's heads that they go off and think about. You will leave this video and probably think about it amongst you. But what's your threshold? For me, look, I've got to be honest. If it's my wife, I'm not. And then he said, I'm getting out. If it's my wife, she's getting out. If it's my kids, they're getting out. Best friends, I'll take it on a case-by-case basis. Work colleagues, I'm getting out. Family members, again, I'll take it on a case-by-case basis. What did you get me for Christmas? You know, aunties that bought me shit things, I'm sorry, I'm getting out. But
yeah, so that is basically me on about crocodiles again, deciding if there's 2 of us in this pool with a crocodile and it's coming and there's only time for 1 to get out. I'm talking about who's getting out. So my kids can get out first, my wife can get out first, but certain family members, no, forget about it. Forget about it.
Oh my God, don't know what that was. Don't know whether it was male or female. I'm not being horrible. You know, it's my choice what I marry. We've all got tastes. You know, unfortunately, looks are important, but I genuinely didn't know what that was. And I'm not talking male or female. It was a human. I could not give you its age, gender, anything. People get very sensitive about things like that, but you are allowed to have an opinion on looks. Just don't let them know, and they'll never.
I mean, that raise a good point there. I mean, I will always speak my mind and be truthful, unless it's something that I'm not allowed to say. But no, seriously, and I do think that, you know, throughout my life, and I'm sure everybody else agrees, looks are what's, you know, and it's not just people. If I'm at an all you can eat buffet and they've got burgers, and you know I'm in the front of the queue and there's a really horrible looking burger and a nice looking burger, I'm going to take the nice looking burger. The horrible burger probably tastes the same. In fact, it might be better. The burger inside might be cooked better, but I'm going to go for the more attractive burger. But you get criticised for that. Don't judge a cook by its burger. Don't judge a book by its cover. But the reality is, we all do it. And there is a hidden lesson in that as well, because you might go for the better looking burger and then when you eat it, it's raw in the middle. Whereas the person behind you who sits on your table, it's your mate, or it could be a stranger, but you're looking at their burger. It looks worse than yours, but as they eat it, it looks very nice inside. And this has happened to me many a time. Look at me. I've been out with attractive women. I'm not being anything against men. I just don't go that way. I've been out with attractive women and they've been like that burger. They look nice, but inside they're cold and raw. There's nothing in it. I've been out with, good looking women and then, you get inside and it's beautiful. And I'm not talking about sex there. Anyway, I'm talking about inside the personality. They're good. Anyway, digging holes again. Look, just a quick filler on a bank holiday weekend. I could have carried on and on and on. I really like that account. It's got loads and loads of good clips on it. But look, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Subscribe bottom right hand corner. And we'll be back very soon on the Mark Goldbridge channel. So make sure you subscribe. I'll speak to you all in a bit.